It was over 12 years ago. There was WrestleMania 17. Over 12 years ago. A climax to the Attitude Era. The matches of WrestleMania 17 were The Rock versus Stone Cold for the WWE Championship, Shane McMahon versus Mr. McMahon as Mick Foley's special guest referee, Triple H versus The Undertaker, TLC 2, Dudley's, Edge and Christian and the Hardy Boys for the tag team titles, Kurt Angle versus Chris Benoit, the Gimmick Battle Royal, Chris Jericho versus William Regal for the Intercontinental Championship, Ivory versus China for the Women's Championship, Triple Threat Hardcore Championship match, Raven versus The Big Show versus Kane, the European Championship match, Test versus Eddie Guerrero, and a six-man tag match, APA and Taz versus The Right to Censor. Now, just 12 years ago, this was the climax to the Attitude Era. But is WrestleMania 17 still to this day the greatest WrestleMania of all time? Some people say WrestleMania 19 is. Me, I don't agree. During this WrestleMania, I was only 10 years old. This was in 2001. These had great stories, great build-up, great everything. Now, has wrestling gotten even close to as good as this pay-per-view was? Has any WrestleMania ever topped this? Was the Attitude Era that great? Will the PG era never surpass this? To me, I don't think so. I think this was the greatest WrestleMania. The Rock versus Steve Austin, one of the greatest rivalries in wrestling history. Triple H versus The Undertaker, which didn't happen before, finally happened. And, just a bunch of great matches. All the Attitude Era characters were part of this. It was an awesome show. And after this WrestleMania, what happened to wrestling? The Invasion storyline. Sure, there was The Rock versus Hogan, but that was only one of the fewer better matches after this. But all I'm saying is, in my opinion, WrestleMania 17 was the greatest WrestleMania of all time, and no other WrestleMania, no matter what they do, will ever beat this WrestleMania. They'll never have rivalries as good as this. They'll just steal the rivalries from back in the day. But yeah, this was a hell of a show. And I don't think they could really surpass this, any PPV. If any WrestleMania can beat this to this day, I'd love to see it. But right now, the WWE does not have a whole lot going on for them. Just a bunch of manipulation techniques to get to people. But it's not going to work. Rest in peace, Attitude Era. Man, do I miss my childhood. Greatest of all time.